Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk about something I see often in healing spaces, and that is outsourcing our healing to others and why ultimately it doesn't work. So this video is not meant to cause shame or guilt in anyone because I believe that we've all done it at some point or another in our journey. This video is meant to help you identify why we may outsource our healing. So I've had clients who come in regularly, seeking session after session, but not seeing a significant change. And it's usually because deep down, they're hoping that someone else, me, another healer or practitioner, can fix it for them. But healing doesn't work like that. I will say this time and time and again. I, the practitioner, am not the one that's doing the healing. I'm only creating a catalyst for healing to occur. It is the responsibility of the client to meet that moment and step into that moment, accepting a new way of being. So I have 3 theories on why people tend to do this, and I want to break them down today. So my first theory is that a lot of people don't know how to heal themselves. And honestly, it's not their fault. We have not really created a framework for holistic healing, incorporating mind, body, and soul. Everything is segregated into their own units, and it forces people to figure things out on their own. And this can be a very long, wieldy path. And I can deeply relate to this. For a long time, I didn't know how to deal with my trauma either. I was looking for a magic pill or someone to give me a step-by-step instruction manual. I wanted someone to tell me exactly what to do. So I tried antidepressants, and yes, they helped take the emotional edge off, but the truth was, nothing really changed. Clearly my core issues were still there. And just to be clear, I'm not knocking antidepressants. They can be an incredibly helpful tool, especially when you need space to face your inner world without being swept up in the emotional overwhelm. But for me, it was a wake-up call. I realized that if I wanted to heal, I had to take responsibility and just needed to start doing stuff and see what would stick. I started with meditation, and then I took my first Reiki class, and over a course of many years, many classes, many books, and some therapy, I am here now. Figuring out how to heal yourself means walking the path and seeing what works, even if it means step by step. Eventually, we end up starting to heal ourselves. We just need to take action, and all of those small actions will help us find what works best and what doesn't. And the second reason is our conditioning. We are raised in a medical model that teaches us to turn to an expert whenever something is wrong. And to be clear, I fully support Western medicine. Physical problems often require physical solutions from trained professionals. And therapy is incredibly valuable for helping us mentally process what we're going through. But when it comes to holistic healing, mind, body, and soul, I've seen people bounce from doctor to doctor, prescription to prescription, all while avoiding the deeper issue, their story. True healing requires engaging every part of your being. And here's the truth. Only you can take that step. Only you can choose to break free from the patterns of your story, your pain, and your trauma. While we're taught to seek help from others, what we ultimately need is to turn inward, to look within ourselves and discover the truth that exists beyond our stories. Number 3, fear of change. Yes, the familiar fear of change that I think many of us know. Whether we realize it or not, many of us cling to our stories, even the painful ones. We cling because they're familiar. We cling because they are safe. They protect us from parts of ourselves we're not ready to face yet, or parts that we don't even want to change. So we show up to a healing session asking for change, while unconsciously fighting to stay the same. And let me tell you, it's hard to make progress when you're doing both at the same time. Trying to change yourself, but keep your stories. This actually ends up being more painful because you're in a constant state of emotional and mental limbo. So people find themselves going to energy healing practitioners to help remove the blocks, but the blocks are coming from within. They want to get better, but they're not willing to let go either. And here's the truth. When we're outsourcing our healing, we're avoiding responsibility. We're waiting for something external to relieve our pain, to carry our burdens. And guess what? It's not just energy work either. People get upset at God, their guides, their guardians, etc. Because again, they expect the universe to change their life for them. I can't tell you how many times I was mad at the universe or God or whomever when I first started this journey. I felt like a victim, and I acted like a victim, and felt that everything else needed to come in with me out of my own making. I know. It was a rude wake-up call. The old adage, God helps those who help themselves, is wholeheartedly true. Our souls didn't come here to bypass the hard stuff. It came here to learn, to grow, and evolve. So that doesn't mean you need to re-traumatize yourself with the past, but you do need to understand how those experiences have shaped your life and meet them with honesty. Lastly, by outsourcing your healing, you're giving your power away. Relying on someone else to fix your life is not only disempowering, it's unfair to you and to the practitioner. Even if someone is in service to others, it doesn't mean they're meant to carry the burden for others. Your own power, your own inner authority is what heals you. That's what helps you let go of the past, reclaim your truth, and return to your most authentic self. At the end of the day, real healing comes from when we show up for ourselves. When I see clients making real lasting change, it's because they're doing this type of work and they're doing it in between the sessions. To close this video, we are creators of our own universe, and the power to change our reality rests only within us. If this resonated with you, let me know. I would love to hear about other ways you or perhaps other people around you have outsourced your healing. And if you want to learn more about energy healing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Since I'm being direct, I'll just say it. Your likes really matter. They let the algorithm know this content is worth sharing, which helps it reach more people who are searching for guidance. Thank you for being here. Remember to tune in, listen deeply, shift completely, and bloom. See you in the next video.